Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming here today. So we're here to talk about a new initiative that we're doing out here in White Center and in other parts of unincorporated King County, urban unincorporated King County. And to kind of kick this off, I'd like to ask the County Executive Dow Constantine to come up and make some remarks.
Well, thank you, John. Thank you all for coming out to White Center today, where I am pleased to introduce the new King County Conservation Corps. This is an idea I've kind of been formulating for a long time. It's, as my staff will say, it's very consistent with how I think about things, right? You know, we're taking on these big programs, these big issues, solving homelessness and investing in young kids, creating mobility. But I also, like everyone else, see the litter on the streets, the graffiti on the walls. I want our communities to be clean and something we can be proud of. And so we got to work thinking about how could we begin a program that would attend to those simple things, to cleaning up our communities, to making sure that we can take pride in the streetscape, to making sure that we are, that their physical environment is reflecting the kind of place we want for ourselves and our children. Well, this Corps was created with a simple premise, that we are going to help people earn a paycheck while helping our communities shine. This is a partnership, I'm pleased to say, with the Millionair Club Charity. So together we are going to link people to better lives while we help clean up trash and graffiti in our neighborhoods. Now, we all know if you don't have stable housing, if you don't have food to eat, if you don't have clean clothes or bus fare, it's awful hard to get a job. Well, that's where having this partnership with the Millionaire Club really helps. You see, the Millionaire Club helps with support like meals and laundry and other critical services that people need to be able to get on and stay on their feet. With the King County Conservation Corps, we're putting that approach to work right here on the streets of White Center and then in other communities around King County. From garbage to graffiti, these teams will be putting an extra shine on the places we love in our community, and folks will get to earn a living wage, support their families, and reinvest in our community. The Conservation Corps is part of our almost brand new local services department. You'll hear from the director, John Taylor, in a moment. He and his team have held dozens of community meetings across the region, and not surprisingly, they report that reducing homelessness and cleaning up litter are top priorities for our residents. Well, we hear our residents because all of us live here in King County, and we are with you. I am confident that our partnership with Millionaire Club is going to make a real difference here on the streets of White Center, and it is a great recipe for success elsewhere across King County. So over the next 6 months, we're going to have similar crews deployed in other parts of unincorporated King County, particularly to start with in the urban area, in Skyway, in Fairwood, in East Federal Way. But today, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get to work right here in White Center. Before we do that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you someone who has a gig I once had, the King County Council member for this neighborhood and for the 8th Council District, Joe McDermott.
I really want to compliment Dow and the Department of Local Services for this collaboration with the Millionaire Club. It's really responsive to what we hear from the community. When you're talking to businesses, the local chamber, other community groups, they speak about wanting to have their neighborhood, the business district in particular, more engaging, more presentable for people, and more responsive. And this partnership is doing exactly that, responding to the needs of the community, both the businesses and local community here in White Center, but importantly also those members of the Conservation Corps, the Corps with the Millionaire Club, developing skills and work history and be able to take that into other work as well. So it's a true partnership that is very responsive to the needs of the local community. I want to celebrate and recognize that and turn the mic over to the Director of the Department of Local Services, John Taylor. John?
Good morning. John Taylor. I'm the director of the Department of Local Services. So this is a great partnership with the Millionaire Club, and it's important to point out that this isn't a partnership that's just in White Center. As the executive mentioned, this is in all of the urban areas in unincorporated King County. And one of the things that the Department of Local Services has been doing since it was created in January of last year is really being out in communities across King County, which is a very diverse area. It's the size of Rhode Island, unincorporated King County. Very rural communities, very urban communities, and yet when you talk to people, many of the needs are the same. Many of the things that communities need are the same. This is one of the needs that's been identified, and it's being deployed in a lot of different places, but we're starting here today. And we couldn't have done it without help from our good friends in the Department of Natural Resources and the Solid Waste Division, who are actually helping fund this. And I wanted to introduce Lorraine Patterson, who's been instrumental in moving this program forward. So please, Lorraine.
Thanks, John. I'm really pleased to be here today with you to talk about this pilot program. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to have a positive impact on this community. Clean streets, safe communities, and economically vibrant neighborhoods are a shared value, and they're the heart of King County's equity and social justice strategic plan. Litter and illegal dumping are not new problems to the region, and they're not unique to White Center, but the problems experienced by this community and the concerns it raised merited our attention. So working with the Department of Local Services and the Millionaire Club gives us an opportunity to actually connect with this community, an opportunity to help our local business owners and the residents create the community that represents their values. The Solid Waste Division of Natural Resources and Parks already manages two programs, a legal dumping program and a community litter cleanup. So this was a natural fit for us. King County also has a practice of working with agencies that work really hard to help people in transition gain employment skills, and this led us to our partnership with the Millionaire Club. As you've already heard, the Millionaire Club has a long track record of helping people experiencing poverty and homelessness find a path forward through dignified employment, and they have wraparound services so that people can show up to work and present their best selves. Our department, Natural Resources and Parks, is known for investing in environmental stewardship and quality of life infrastructure, and now we're proud to say that we are also investing in people. Our funding is putting people to work, ensuring the respect and dignity of employment and the satisfaction of earning a paycheck. So I'm really proud of this creative, community-led approach King County is taking to deliver cleanup and maintenance services in White Center and soon in Skyway, and especially optimistic about our partnership. Thank you. So it's now my pleasure to introduce Celie Savusa, who is the Executive Director of the White Center Community Development Association.
Hey, go Seahawks! Whatever. First I want to say thank you to everybody to come and acknowledge this time. Here in White Center, many of the residents and organizations are working together on what we believe is environmental stewardship. And so our ability to capture that in this project and to be recognized as one of many organizations who are looking at our environment and how this has a direct impact on that value is incredible. I want to acknowledge the executive and actually the wizardry behind the creation of Department of Community and Land Services. And looking to John, putting his team to work in making sure that the community voice is involved in an initiative like this. I also want to acknowledge the role that Department of Parks and Natural Resources in supporting something that the community has a vision in. How do we take care of communities like White Center and also include the environment as part of that and putting humanity back in the work? We could not do this without partners like the Millionaire Club and their role in really carrying the water for the White Center community around how we see the community directly supporting this work, providing economic stability for many of our families and residents that live here that need the support, and to do this in a real way that gives back to residents and communities in White Center. So this is a collective effort, It doesn't make us better. It makes us more accountable in the way that we work as White Center in all of the things that we do to make that when everything is said and done, White Center is a stronger place because of this project and this collective effort that we continue to do with partners such as these represented today. So thank you all so much for continuing to support these ideas that have community voices, that lift up the partnerships, but most importantly, the residents and the community that resides here. Thank you all so much.
And then I just really want to reiterate that this is a community-led effort. It isn't a government-led effort, and that's what is going to make it successful. It's us supporting the community to try to strengthen the community rather than government coming in and telling people what to do. That's not a model that's ever worked well. Business is a huge part of that partnership, so I want to introduce Jeff Ball to come on up and say a few words.
Super, thanks. Thanks, everybody. So this partnership really represents solutions, and the Millionaire Club Charity has been part of solving problems in Seattle and King County since 1921. And what started as basically feeding individuals who are experiencing homelessness in Pioneer Square has now grown into a full-fledged temporary staffing agency where we can now employ over 1,100 workers for day labor. 70% of these workers are experiencing homelessness on a regular basis. And we're the agency that's helping to solve problems and provide solutions. We're so thrilled to be in partnership with King County and the local services department because we're solving problems together. So this is a win-win-win situation. White Center wins, the workers win, and King County's a winner. But really the heroes are the folks behind me, the 5 gentlemen who are here 5 days a week, rain or shine, helping to keep the area clean. So we are thrilled that the pilot is happening, and we're excited to expand the opportunities. Thanks so much, everybody.
All right. I think with that, we're going to go do some cleaning. One more. Oh, wait, sorry. I apologize. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
This is Laura Camarena, who is a local business owner.
Morning, everybody. We've been in the area almost 20 years. We've been in the business almost 20 years in this area. I grew up here since I was 9 years old, so this is my hood, you know. And I see everything that goes around, you know, litter and homelessness. My dad could probably tell you every person that's on the street. You know, he helps. He often offers them food. So it kind of hits home with me, right? That we hear a lot of their stories, and I see how hard it is for them. So this is such an awesome opportunity, and I hope it can get huge, you know, so we can help more people get off the streets and just get on their feet, you know, because a lot of people, that's all they need, another opportunity. Thank you guys for listening, and this is awesome.
Any other takers? Okay, and with that, I think we're going to go do a little bit of cleaner. And feel free to hang around and follow along if you like. And if you want to help out, by all means, put down cameras and jump in. And thank you for coming. Really appreciate it.